Today is Wednesday. I always have to think about what day it is, I never bloody know. And it's been 2 weeks since I last did a video. And lots of things have been happening, so I thought I'd do another one. So we'll start off with the crazy saga of my liver and passing out, which has been fun. So I'm back in my flat, woo, which is amazing and I love it. And I came back on Sunday night and stayed over here Sunday night, and basically my boyfriend, or not my boyfriend anymore, but the boy I was going out with, for the last week or so when I was back at my parents' house, so from like the Sunday that I arrived here to the previous Sunday, was thinking about whether he wanted to continue being in a relationship with me because he couldn't decide, blah blah blah. We'll talk about that in a minute. So anyway, I hadn't been eating as much and I hadn't been drinking as much and hadn't been sleeping as well because I was upset about that and worrying. Not that I didn't have other things to worry about, obviously. But I came back here, and then on Sunday night I passed out twice, and I'll do a little action replay of what happened because I think it might be more interesting than me just sitting here. So I'll walk you through. Oh God, I'll walk you through. Right, this is the kitchen, so we'll go through. So this is what was happening. It was 2:30 in the morning, and I was on the toilet. There's the toilet, lovely. And so I have to try and do this and talk at the same time. So yes, on the loo, blah blah blah. It was really dark, no lights were on, and I've been able to tell, I need to sit down, been able to tell when I'm going to pass out because my vision goes all funny. But because there was no lights on, I couldn't see, and it was all dark anyway. So anyway, washing my hands at the sink, blah blah blah, and suddenly I'm like, oh, I feel really tired all of a sudden. And all I remember is like, this is me, like leaning over by the tap. Then the next thing I remember was waking up like this on the floor. And so I'm down here on the floor and I open my eyes and I was like, oh, what the hell is going on? Where am I? And then I realised and I'm like, oh shit, I'm on my kitchen floor. Why am I on my kitchen floor? I must have fallen asleep because I'm really tired. And then I sort of thought, I wouldn't go to sleep on the kitchen floor because it's not very comfortable down here, and also my head really bloody hurts. And so I realised, oh shit, I must have passed out. So I kind of scrambled up and fannied on walking through the living room. Don't really remember a lot of this. And then the next thing I remember is waking up here on the floor in the landing and thinking, and actually saying out loud, oh my God, it's happened again. Oh shit. And thinking, oh my God, my head really hurts. And then scrambling basically into bed. And there we are, getting into bed. So anyway, that happened at like 2:30 in the morning. And, oh, I need to sit down now. And so I freaked out, blah, blah, blah. Rang my mum and dad because I was in the flat here on my own. And I was like, oh shit. Rang my mum and dad and was like, oh my God, I've just passed out twice. And I've really hit my head. And I'm worried I've got concussion. Oh, why did the bloody phone always ring? I'm just going to ignore it again. I'll do 1471. Yeah, rang my parents and stuff, and they were like, oh, okay, don't worry, mum's coming over. So my mum came over, and I was in bed, and I put the light on, and I was like, oh, my vision's all funny, and my head was really hurting, and rah, rah, rah. And then I thought, oh, fuck, I need to ring my boyfriend, like, I need to speak to someone, I'm totally freaking out, and I'm by myself, blah, blah. And he'd had basically a week where to think about how he felt. And if he was interested in me enough to carry on being in a relationship. So we'd spoken once in the week and we texted a little bit, but I was like, oh, I just need to speak to him. So I rang him, and it was probably about as much use as a chocolate teapot. It's like, hello, never really made much of an effort or anything. And I think even in that state, I was like, oh, this relationship is definitely over. He can't be asked with me at all. And so, yeah, this are my war wounds from falling over. So basically, I think this is where I fell into the kitchen, on the kitchen. I think I basically fell onto the kitchen worktop and like scraped and then smacked my head on the floor. And you can't really see. I've got a bit of a bruise. The shadow's a bit wrong. I've got a bruise and a little bit